All right, guys. So I wanted to do something different today. Ooh, my camera stand moved. Um, as you can tell, I have a slightly different background. Um, okay, my camera keeps moving. I'm going to attempt to turn this. We have officially upgraded to a whole cardboard basement. Oh yeah, baby. We're in the basement now. The whole ass basement. So let me move this all the way back over. Eh. Sorry, pardon the bumping. Not the world's greatest fancy stand, but I'm cheap, so it's fine. It works. Yeah. So anyway, I moved down to the basement. So all my shelves are now down here. As you saw, I have a pile of bulk that's 5 feet tall. The tens of thousands of cards behind me that are getting sorted. The shelving units are moved. I'm actually going to be putting in a couple more shelving units. It's kind of hard to tell from where I have the phone set up here. But I'm going to have another unit going across this way, and another one going down that way. And then I'll probably get another one or two going down this way, so I can kind of have like a little bit of a area down here. And I may even actually move one of my L desks down here at some point in the future. We'll see if I do that or not. That kind of depends on space. If the wife wants to get rid of the spare couch we have, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of go over that stuff, kind of showcase the new area I'll be recording from. I have better lighting down here. I have more cards around me. Big surprise. I have more boxes that are now logged and updated. I did want to give kind of like a quick update on Modern Horizons 1. We're moving between 1 and 2,000 a week still, which is great. That's added to our overhead by quite a fair bit. And I still have an absolute ton of singles left, like tons. And I still have like 3 cases and some change left. So I'm going to be doing some box openings videos with those, opening up some stuff randomly here and there. If I oversell, I'll crack a case just to make sure I have enough inventory so I can fill my direct orders and that kind of stuff. I'm also almost, not quite, almost done sorting all the commons now. I finished the mythics, finished the rares, finished the foils, finished the uncommons. I finished the black, white commons. I also took down another couple boxes of bulk from the giant bulk deal that I had. That was also Modern Horizons 1. Had that added into the system as well now. All in all, I'm going to end up with, I think, close to like 100,000 Modern Horizons 1 commons. I also got a whole bunch of leftover bulk from Saint that it had been completely plucked. Like everything that was over 25 cents was gone. That man knows how to monetize cardboard, let me tell you. There was nothing left in there. um, but yeah, so that's kind of the update on that. We're moving $100, $200 a week of random crap. The Mistvale release. So Mistvale for me, my order is supposedly filled. Now it's in limbo. We'll see. Supposed to get an update today. I have a backup plan to fulfill the 2 orders left, I think, that I had to fill. Those should be here tomorrow, though, either way. But everything is good to go with that now. Basically, we're kosher with everything. The set is flying off the shelf like crazy. I've sold multiple cases that I had off a TCG player. I've pre-sold 73 to locals / a couple other people I know. And then obviously the one gentleman who's been ordering with me since Heavy Hitters, who jumped in on that deal, he got the special promo case pricing that I did on those cases. He is the only one that has that going forward, because there was one other person I was doing that with, but they actually backed out and they no longer get that. So that is what it is. That was a one-time offer that I extended to people. Everyone else have been pre-ordering at a pretty set price. That is what it is. In the meantime, this weekend, I am flying out to Vegas. I think there is a Battle Hardened for Flesh and Blood, so I'm going to be doing that. Then the weekend after, I think... Where am I? Oh, I'm in Minneapolis. I'll be in Minneapolis for a Flesh and Blood event. I'll be out west for a few days. And then from there, I have a weekend break, I think. But then the wife and I have something going on. And then that following weekend, I have 4th of July going on. And then I think my July is empty after that. So that will be peacefully blissful. August, I'm going to be going to, I'm not confirmed yet, but I'm pretty 99% sure. I'm still waiting on some details from him. But I'm going to go to an event with Ruxin. I'll be vending there as well. I think it's a Collecticon or something like that in August in Texas, I think. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to that. pretty 99.9% sure at this point. Pretty sure I'm locking that in. I actually just text him after this and be like, I'm done. I locked it in. I'm going. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that stuff. A huge amount of work has gone into this move the past week and change. I had to get my mining rigs moved out of the house. I had to get the wife's desk moved. I had to make sure she was taken care of. I had to get all these stuff moved around, the shelves taken down, the cards moved, the room cleaned, some of the finish work done. Man, it's been so busy. My friend needed help with a renovation in their house because they have a second kid on the way, so I went over and bailed them out on that one. I'm not done with that yet. I have to go finish helping bail them out. It's just been so much stuff, guys. Like, I have been so busy. Like, my weekend, right? I got home, took the wife to birthday baseball game. We got home, went to bed after a game for like an hour. Saturday morning, woke up, drove down south to her parents, was down there with her family, went to bed, woke up, drove to somewhere else in Virginia, got home, or got to back to parents' house, went back home. Then I went back up here, and then I cleaned the pool, did a whole bunch of other crap, got some stuff listed online, sold cards, moved things, made a bunch of posts on Facebook, got things cleared out, moved things, packed out a direct order that was prepping. I guess it's been so much stuff, guys. Like, there's been so much stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it's been busy. It's been busy. A lot of this has been leading up to some big stuff that's coming up in the next couple of months. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up. There's a lot of pressure. I've actually had some graded slabs move, which is actually kind of neat. I've been quietly moving and shifting stuff because the graded market in general is not great. Like, any kind of premium you can get right now in the graded market is very, very difficult to find. It's hard to move. It's hard to find deals that work for people. It's hard to get everyone happy. It's hard to make sure your commission is happy. It's hard to make sure the buyer is happy. You know, it's been a lot of failed buys. A lot of people have messaged me and been like, "Oh yeah, I love this card," and then you're like, "Oh, okay, throw me $1,500." They're like, "Yeah, it's totally down," and then they just don't ever send, or they casually back out of the deal, or they leverage your offer to go get a better offer somewhere else. Like, it's I've had, oh god, on that commission of slabs that I showed it last year. I think I've probably, and I'm not even exaggerating, I think I've talked to probably 50 to 60 potential buyers. And like, I'm actually really close to that. 57 of them have failed. Two of them, one I knew who it was, so I knew they were already buying. The other one was a surprise, but I still messaged him cold turkey, and he was looking for very specific stuff that I had, so I know he was looking for that. The third guy is the recent one that I found, and he's buying something very specific, trying to complete his sets, and I happen to have a fair number of cards that he's looking for, which is great. But there was so much logistics. Oh, and there was one other guy that bought on a monthly plan for like 9 months. So I had to log that, make sure it was taken care of, ship out multiple batches. Like, there's just some insane hoops I've had to jump through in order to get all this stuff moved, taken care of, and shifted over to where it needed to be. And there's a little bit of life coming back into graded. It's not a ton, but it's there. Like I said, I've had a couple of sales the past week. It's funny, like, every time Saint roasts me, my sales pick up. So, like, Saint, please keep roasting me. Like, this, I don't know what voodoo magic you have, bro, but the minute you, like, I'm like, everything explodes. So keep it coming. But yeah, so that's kind of the quick update with what's going on. For those of you that are still listening, I will still have missed bail cases. I'm waiting on my final number tonight. I think I'm supposed to get it. And I should be picking up most of it tomorrow, I believe, is when it's supposed to be here. But that is kind of where that is at right now. Those of you that are still listening, thank you so much for listening to these videos and tuning in. Modern Horizons 3 is going to be an absolute shit show. People are going to be super butthurt. They're going to be super mad. Wizards probably cut the print down on collector boxes by another 20%, but slightly higher than Fallout. And they're just going to keep selling it online through Amazon and just, hose everyone else. So it sounds like it's kind of what everyone expected, which was a get shafted moment. Those of you that locked in pre-orders and didn't get them canceled, congratulations. Enjoy your free money. When those boxes hit for like $500-600, which is what I'm kind of expecting them to do, go ahead and sell them mofos, because it's a modern box, guys. Like, I don't see it going well. It's gonna fall flat. It's gonna fall flat eventually. Like, you can't You can't have a brand new set like that releasing and then it doubling and tripling in price and then it sustaining that for a long period of time. They were pre-selling for like 370. I kind of expect them to bump up to like 500, 550, and then start retracing down. And they'll probably settle around like 450 to 500 bucks a box is my guess. And that'll mostly be determined on how much value the fetch lands hold and what the overall singles value is with like Solitude, Fury, etc. How does modern the format come back and revitalize things? We will see if WotC continues to push the competitive scene. The issue is that they basically just dismantled and gutted the entire competitive scene. So all the pro players moved over to different games. They sold their decks. They did other things. There's still people, obviously, that have these decks and stuff, but that whole scene is basically like just gutted from the ground up. So a lot of that is just gone. It went to Flesh and Blood. It went to Yu-Gi-Oh! Went to Pokemon. Weirdly enough, Pokemon's competitive scene grew substantially. I don't know like how substantially, but it's enough that like I'm seeing YouTubers that do Pokemon stuff talk about competitive format Pokemon, which I never in a million years thought I would see, because like Pokemon is just a collectible game. Like everyone collects it. Like 99.99% of the people collect Pokemon. They don't compete with Pokemon. So interesting to see that kind of shift in that meta a little bit. The markets in general are not bad right now. Singles are still the best thing that you can have. Anything raw is worth its weight in gold. It's just better to move raw stuff right now. That being said, I would seriously still consider buying graded. Like if you have the extra capital right now, there are some absurd dummy deals out there. Like the guy that's buying some of the stuff that I have right now, he bought, the heck was it, like 9 or 11, something like that. He basically bought like almost all of the Antiquities lands in quad or above. Like, what? For like, and I think he said he spent like 3,700. So he like $400 a slab for quad antiquity lands. Like the factories alone are like $150 to $300 raw. Like the Winter Factory, like bro, like are you kidding me? Like some of the stuff, like the deals out there, just they don't make sense, guys. And when they don't make sense, that's when you can capitulate and capture free money. Sometimes you have to sit on it for a little bit. Sometimes you don't. You can do what I did with Modern Horizons 1, which is like you acknowledge and realize that there is a massive inverted EV. You jump on it, nosedive it, and tackle it, and you immediately flip and rotate for singles. Or you can take the approach of graded, like I do with Sealed, sit on it, buy it, wait, and just be patient. I fully expect the graded market to come back eventually. I don't know with what figure it will come back with or how strong it will come back, but I do expect it to come back at some point because I'm already seeing a little bit of life, and that's very promising. If you'd asked me that a week and a half ago, it would have been like Magic graded is an absolute bloodbath. It's all on fire. Everything's dying. But given the past week shift that I have seen, multiple vendors are moving slabs again. Stuff is moving on eBay, not at like amazing prices, but it's moving. And even I'm moving stuff at some good premiums, which is nice because I'm asking for premiums because these are premium cards. So the game is there. Stuff is moving. Canadian guy, enjoy the cards. Happy birthday to you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, but, and that reminds me too, guys, if you're looking for some dual lands, go ahead and message me. If you're looking for never played raw Legends, Antiquities, Dark, Stronghold stuff, please let me know. I do sell that stuff at a premium, but I do get it shipped out pretty quickly to people. And as you've seen on the channel, we open it, it goes from pack to sleeve, and it's never touched again by human hands. So there is a serious premium on those cards. You know, they're all absolutely mint. And you know, if there's an error card, we pull it, we note it, and it gets sold as an error card. It doesn't get sold as like anything less. So it's been pretty neat. It's been pretty interesting to see the demand and the shift for those kind of things. And I'm probably making some more posts in the Facebook Marketplace today, tomorrow, and Wednesday about some of the other stuff that I have on hand. But feel free to message me, guys, and I'll get you taken care of. But yeah, guys, I wanted to just do this video. I think next week I'm going to try and get the Modern Horizons. Actually, I might do a Mistveil video next week on Monday And then the following Monday, I'll try and do the Modern Horizons 1 wrap up. And then I'm going to revisit back for the lazy man investing series that I started with, like kind of going about how I would do things, how I do things differently. I think I'm going to do a segment on actually monetizing your sealed once you've sat on it for a while and the different avenues you can take. And I think the other thing I'm going to be doing is talking about my general methodology of conversions of how I manage my sealed portfolio. Because obviously, like, you can just continually buy it, but then, like, how do you continually scale it is the question. So I'm going to talk about how you can scale it and what your different approaches should, could, can, whatever be, and just kind of go more in detail and more in depth on those. And that'll get slotted in whenever I don't have time to record a video like I did tonight. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support and love. It's been awesome seeing the channel grow. We're up like 50 or 60 subs in the past 30 days, which is awesome. Someone shouted us out on a podcast. We had some general growth. The algorithm took off with one of the videos. You know, it's been a good time, guys. So I want to say thank you for all that. Thank you for the growth. I will catch you guys later and talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys. And as a fun note, stare at my new ceiling.